Namaste. My name is Aniket and today I am going to be showing you how to solve a 4x4 cube. The first thing you have to do is identify all the white center pieces, those that go in this 2x2 box inside the 4x4 cube. We already have these two aligned. These create a bar. Now we have to find the other two white corners. Now these, we have to make them form a bar, and if they are in an X position, then you have to move one, then rotate, and we get a bar. Now we can move this up. Now the next step is to make the yellow center, and we have to do that using the same method to by creating bars. Now we created the first bar. Now we move it up, but since the white center is now destroyed, we have to move and bring one corner down. Now we pair this with the other corner, move it, rotate, join. Now we get a bar. But now we cannot move it the normal way, because if we do this, then the white center will get ruined. So we have to move this, bring this up, and now rotate twice and bring it back down. So now our yellow and white centers have been created. Now we have to create these other centers. For this you have to remember that they should be arranged in BOGR: blue, orange, green and red. Let's start with the green center first. It's almost completely made with an L. Now to solve this, you first have to find the green corner. It is down here. You have to bring it to this face. For this, you move this up, rotate, bring down. Now it is on this face. Now to bring it here, you have to move it up. Now you have to rotate in such a way that when we bring this down, it will create a bar with this corner. Now we rotate, it creates a bar. Now we fix this bar. Now the solve for the blue. For this, you have to bring this piece right here. So we rotate this, bring this up, rotate it down and bring it. Now we created another L shape. Now you already know how to solve this. Up, rotate, down, and now we have to use the bar method again. Bring this up, rotate, and now most of our centers are already complete. Now to solve this L shape, these two are opposite to each other, and to solve this there is a really simple method. You have to first align them in such a way that when you rotate them, they create two bars. And now you have to do the following method. And now you have to repeat the same method again. But this time, since you want red to be here, you place white on the bottom. And since you want orange to be here because of bogger, then you will place red down. Now all you have to do is rotate twice, then rotate up, rotate twice, rotate up. And now all our centers are made. Now we have to pair the edges. To pair the edges, you have to make sure two edges are on the same face. Example, the red white and red white. These two are here. Now to join them, you have to bring them together, and now the centers are broken. But to fix that, you have to bring it up, take an unbroken edge piece, bring it here, rotate down and fix the center. You have to keep doing this for all the centers. But then you might get a parity, which I'll tell you about later. The first parity is when you have two edge pieces but they are on the same line. Now to flip them, you have to follow this algorithm. I'll do it slowly. Right, up, right inverse, front, right, up, front inverse, right inverse. And now these are flipped. Now we can use the regular way. But now if you don't have any broken edge pieces here, you can just rotate it. And now do it from this side. Now another priority is when you have only 2 broken edge pieces left and every other edge piece has been solved. Then to solve them, you have to make sure that the same edge pieces are parallel. For this, you have to use the flipping algorithm. Right, up, right inverse, front, right, front inverse, right inverse. Now these are parallel. Now to solve them, you have to move these two layers right to the right. So down, right, front inverse, up, right inverse, front, and then you have to rotate them the opposite way, and these are solved. This is a little difficult, so you can watch it again and again to learn it. Now when all the edge pieces are made, you have to solve it like a regular 3x3 cube. First bring all the white edges and create a plus. Now we have to tear all the corners. Most of you might already know this by solving the 3x3 cube, but I will still tell because some of you might be watching who don't know how to solve the 3x3 cube. Now on all the sides and when all the corners are complete, so now we have to finish these two layers. For this, we'll use this algorithm. If there's an edge piece which has to come here, then we'll move it the opposite direction. Bring this layer down, move it back, bring this layer up. Now we'll move it here, bring this down and join the corner. And return. You have to do this till the entire layer is solved. After it is solved, I will tell you how to solve the yellow layer. Now this is the last edge piece. We'll solve it using the same way. Move it the opposite side, bring this down, move it back, bring this up, move it here and join the corner. Now we have finished. Now we only have to finish the yellow side. I will tell you how to solve the yellow side. For this you might get a parity or you'll get some similar shapes like the L or the bar. But if you have got a shape like this, that means you have got a parity and you need to flip one of the edges. For this you have to follow an algorithm. It's a little bit complicated, so I'll go slow. You have to move this layer down, rotate this twice, bring this down, rotate the front twice, bring this up. Now rotate the front twice, bring this up twice. Now rotate the up layer, bring this up, move it down, rotate twice, rotate front twice, move this twice and rotate front twice, and you will see I have flipped an edge. Now you will get a shape like I have got the bar. Now to solve the bar, you have to hold it in this angle. It should look like this and this should be your front side. Then you have to do front, right, up, right inverse, up inverse, front inverse, and you will get the fish. Now I will explain what to do if you get the L. Now if you have gotten the L shape, you have to place it like this. It should look like this and this will be your front side. Now you have to do this algorithm. Front, up, right, up inverse, right inverse, front inverse. And now if you get this shape, then to solve this you have to use this you have to place it like this and do the algorithm. Right, up, right inverse, up, right, up, right inverse, and you will get the fish. Now you have to make sure that the fish's tip is at your left hand and do the same algorithm again. Right, up, right inverse, up, right, up, right inverse. You have to keep positioning the fish so it's on your left side and do the same algorithm. Right, up, right inverse, up, right inverse. You can see that the entire yellow layer is complete. Now you have to flip the corners. So the side which might have the corners already flipped shall be placed at the back, and this will be your front side. If none of the corners are at the proper position, then we can do it with any side. The same algorithm until one of them gets in the proper position, and then you place it at the back. Now you have to follow this algorithm: right inverse, front, right inverse, back, back, right, front inverse, right inverse, back, back, right, right, up inverse. Now you can see that all the edge pieces have been solved. Now you have to solve these. Now after all the corners are at their proper place, you have to just move the edges. One of them is already solved, and this side should be at the back. Now we have to see how to rotate these edges so that at the proper place. But we have to move them clockwise. For this, now I will do the algorithm: front, front, up inverse, left, right inverse, front, front, left inverse, right, up inverse, front, front. And as you can see, the whole cube is solved. Penalty you might get is when two of the opposite corners are not solved and both these are solved. For this, you have to rotate this up layer twice, these two layers twice, up twice, this layer twice, up twice, these layers twice, and this layer twice, and it has been solved. Now you may get a penalty like this when there are two sides and the other two are solved. To solve this, you have to make sure that one is at the right and one of them is here, and you have to follow this pattern. Rotate this twice, rotate this up twice, up twice, rotate this twice, up twice, this whole layer twice, and this whole layer twice. Now you can solve it using the edge method. Now there are some easy tips you can use for this. So if you need to switch your centers, you can rotate this layer twice, both these layers twice, and this layer twice. This will switch the centers without affecting any of the sides or edge pieces. Now to reverse it, you have to do the same algorithm again. Now to switch only one bar, to rotate twice, then right or left depending on which bar you need to switch, rotate twice again and rotate. And now without disturbing any of the edge pieces, you have rotated one bar. Now to solve this, you have to place this down, rotate twice, move this layer up twice, move this layer twice, and it has been solved.